Hi, welcome to Accordion Fast Track 1. This is the channel for older people who want to learn to play the accordion, maybe above middle age. You've got the accordion in the loft, you've always wanted to play it, but you don't want to get too involved. You know, you're not going to go out and doing cabaret, you're not going to back other artists, you're not really interested in doing club work. You just want to play the accordion for your party piece at somebody's birthday for a laugh, just to do a couple of songs and maybe a couple of tunes, or just to amuse yourself. Why not? So, in Fast Track 1, let's get started straight away. I'll just give you a quick introduction to the accordion. This is the keyboard. These are called the registers, if you have registers. If you don't have registers, it doesn't matter. This is the grill. Behind here, this is where the sound comes out, and behind here are the reeds. It's a free reed instrument. It means the reed vibrates freely. There we are. And this is the bellows, and this is the bass section. And this is all your bass and your chords, where you get your bass and your rhythm from. Right, so let's get started in a little bit more detail now. Right, first of all, when you start, first thing you do is get yourself an accordion and pick an accordion which is not too heavy for you. This accordion is what they call a 120 bass accordion. It means there's 120 bass buttons and 41 piano keys. It's called piano keys because they look like a piano. And basically, apart from theory, is really where the similarity stops. It's a different technique for playing the piano. Anyway, let's get back to the accordion. Right, so pick your accordion, get one which is comfortable, that's not too heavy for you, that you like the look of, and it sounds good. And preferably, if you can take a musician with you when you buy your accordion, to make sure it's in tune, you know, make sure it sounds okay. Anyway, let's get on with the playing anyway. I'll do a video on how to choose an accordion, and you just have to look in the Fast Track series and you can find it, and that'll help you pick the accordion what's right for you. So the keyboard, the white notes are called the naturals, the black notes are called sharps and flats. Each one of these can be either a sharp note or it can be a flat note. We'll come on to that in a moment. Right, so let's start on the keyboard. On the keyboard, our notes are named from A through to G. So the notes go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then it goes back to A. The note we're interested in starting on will be the note of C. C is really although it's debatable, C is the easiest key to playing because you may not have many sharps and flats to play. So we're going to start with the key of C and our note of C and middle C. We'll call it middle C on here, and the reason I'm going to tell you where middle C is, it's right there. Now on the piano, middle C is the note just above the piano keyboard lock. It's called middle C and it's in the middle of the keyboard, and the keys to the left of that on the piano are really your bass and your chords and the lower notes, and they're written on what they call the bass clef, which is below the treble clef now. The bass staff. Those are those 5 funny lines. I'm not going to go into too much theory. But from here upwards, from our middle C on the accordion here, upwards, all this is written on the treble clef, or above the treble clef, on little things called ledger lines, little short lines. But on the accordion, if you go into reading music, you will need to know that that is your middle C on the accordion for the process of reading music, if you want to read music, okay? It's not always the note resounding at middle C, the frequency, because the couplers can give you a different sound, and it can put it an octave higher, 8 notes higher, even though it's played in the same position, because these couplers here can either lower it or bring it back to where it was before there, or indeed they can raise it yet another octave like this. So, as I say, for the purpose of reading music, that's your middle C, and we will play the mid-range on there. Right, okay, that's about as much theory as we're going to go into. So let's get started. Let's start with the scale of C, the scale of C major. Now, when you're playing the accordion, your fingers, and when we're learning and we're doing any of the exercises, the fingers are numbered on the right hand. They're numbered fingers 1, which is your thumb, finger 2, finger 3, finger 4 and finger 5. Okay? Now if we start on the scale of C, we'll start with the thumb, and they go one after the other for the first 3 fingers. Okay, I'll get them fingers out of the way. So we play C, after C comes D, and after D comes E. So we go C, D, E. Simple as that. C, D, E. C, D, E. Now the next note we play is F, and the way we play F is we put the thumb underneath. So we go 1, 2, 3, thumb underneath, and then we go back to 1 being thumb, G, A, B, C. So the fingers run like that. 1, 2, 3, thumb underneath, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the same on the way down. On the scale of C, once again, is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to keep my fingers out the way, and that's why I'm playing in this awkward fashion, so that you can see quite clearly. Watch fingers, 2, 3, thumb underneath, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In actual fact, when you are practicing and playing the accordion, you keep your hands as if it's in a slightly large tennis ball, fingers slightly curled, and as into the keyboard as is comfortable for you. Okay? So that's the scale of C. 1, 2, 3, thumb underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Third finger over. 3, 2, 1. And that's the scale of C. And that's the scale you can practice. Now I'll take you over to the bass section now. When you put your hand through the bass strap, when you put your hand through there, if you're a man, you'll find your watch is in the way. And that's how you can always spot an accordionist, because he'll always have his watch on the right wrist. Mine, unfortunately, the strap broke, so I'm not wearing it at the moment. So I can't tell what time it is for the break to get to the bar, which is very distressing. So here we go. Right, so let's have a look at the bass section. Now in the bass section, when you look at your bass, you'll see one button in the middle which has got a little diamante on it, or a rhinestone. That's called, not a diamante, it's called a rhinestone. It's like a little diamond. Okay. Now that one which is near the centre is your C bass button, your fundamental bass. Okay, that's your bass of C. Can you see it? I'll make it shine in the light there so you can see it easily. Won't do it now. Still never mind. That's your C button. Now let's see if I can get this a bit closer for you. And you play that with finger 3. And the button which is directly at an angle going up slightly, then on next right in the next row is the C chord. So you've got your C bass and your C chord. Now the system I'm learning you is arguably again the easiest system, and this is the continental system, and we play these with fingers 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Can you see those 2 fingers? Right. So you'll see there are 6 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. This, the first column there, those are your counter bass. We'll come to those later. Don't worry about that first column there. On the 120 bass accordion, we don't bother about that. Okay, as far as the lessons go anyway. The next column in, the one with the same column as the rhinestone in there, these are your bass. The next column in are all the chords, the major chords. The next column along are your minor chords, This is one my fingers on top of now. I'm not running underneath it. Those are your minor chords. The next column along are your sevenths, and the final column are your diminished, which we won't be doing for quite some time. Don't worry about that. So for now, all we're interested in is the column which contains the rhinestone on the C. Mine has a rhinestone also on the E, but that doesn't matter. In fact, my rhinestone's missing, it's just a hole. Still, never mind. Anyway, there we are. So there's the bass. So we can practice our bass for C by pressing the C bass and the C chord with finger 2. So it's 3, 2, 3, 2. As I say, this is the continental fingering technique. There is the English technique, which is like this, where you're playing fingers 4, 3 and 2. But I prefer the continental system. We'll come to that. Now that sound, that vamping sound as we call it, is made up in a little triangle of that button there, which is the C, your C major chord, and that button above C, which is G. Okay, so I'm playing C chord, G, C chord, C chord, G, C chord, G, sorry, C chord, G, C chord. Now you can practice just that for now. Fingers 3 and 2. I'm making this as clear as I can for you. I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way. And then when you've learned that, try that with bringing the third finger over to the G button, like this. And you need to get speeded up then. And you can do, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it in the waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or like this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we are. So now you know where the C bass is. You also know where the G bass is. Now one down from that is the F. Okay. And just to tell you now, if you count the notes, you'll find that from when you're in the practicing your scale of C, you'll notice that the F is the 4th note, and you'll notice that the G is the 5th, and those are how we name those notes in the scale: the 4th and the 5th. And that little rule there is the same no matter what key you are practicing in. If you're in G, the 5th note up from G is D, and the 4th note up from G will be C, and it remains the same. It's a little triangle. You can practice going up and down your keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are, and I think that should be enough for now. So we'll leave it at that for now. You can practice your scale of C and practice your bass going up and down the baseboard. Okay, keep your bass punchy. What we don't want to hear is this. Anyone who plays the accordion like that should be shot on sight. Terrible. Keep it punchy. And I'll show you how to do all these little things in later lessons. Okay, so for now it's 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3, or 1 2 3, or 1 2 3, or 1 2 3. Okay, well, I hope this has been some use to you to give you a little starter into the accordion, and I hope you join us in fastrack 2. In fastrack 2, by the way, on the little icon which is on the YouTube listings, I'm playing a black accordion. So there we are. I'll leave it at that for now, and hope to see you in fastrack 2. Bye bye for now.